Ken MacDonald, third generation Houston Kiltmakers. My son.
Ewan MacDonald, fourth generation Houston Kiltmakers.
I left school at 16, I went into the shop same day, and I've been in the business since I was the age of 16.
First day was probably about 14 or 15 years old, even maybe a couple of years before that, just helping out during the holiday season.
My grandfather started in Mr Ingall's in 1909. It was a gent shop at the top of Townhead Terrace since 1896, and he went in as a boy, aged 14, and he was a sort of tea boy, and he was left to sort of run the shop. And then my grandfather went to the First World War, and he was injured, and he came back, and he went to a gent shop in Glasgow called Carswell's, which is no longer there, and Mr Ingall's really needed him back, and he asked him to come back. And he went back into the shop after the First World War, and he was basically running the business. And he had the opportunity to buy the business, and he only had 2 and 6 in the till. If he had to give change of £1, he would have been stumped. So from very humble beginnings, from a tiny wee shop, we've grown to probably about 10 times the size of the original shop in High Street, Paisley. This is an old cash book from 1939, and you'll see, salary, wages. My grandfather was £2. That was quite well paid. When the business started, it was basically a hat and hosier, selling hats and knitwear and socks. And then my grandfather went into selling other kind of products, trousers, jackets. And then the business, when I started, we always sold a few kilts. These days, not many folk wore kilts. So we've changed the business round from a traditional gentleman's outfitter and tailor to a Highland wear tartan designer, and we design and supply Highland wear all around the world. So the pedigree that we've got with the expertise of sourcing, manufacturing, I know everybody in the industry. Houstons have always had a high reputation, whether it be my grandfather's days, my father's day. We're the only place in the world to physically see every tartan. And one of the most important things is the jacket weight, and we're the only folk who do super lightweight jackets. We've gone through 2 world wars, we've gone through a depression, we've gone through a credit crunch, and we're going to go through Brexit. So we've always got there. It's just with high quality customer service and product knowledge. I've got a lot of expertise in manufacturing, designing as well. In 1988 we designed and supplied all the uniforms for the Glasgow Garden Festival. We had to, it couldn't be just blue or green. We had to pick colours that were identical to be seen in a garden festival site with 4 million people on it over 5 months. So we designed the tartan, the blazer, the trousers, the skirts, the anoraks, the logo, everything. That was the very first tartan that we registered. This was Glasgow Miles Better, which we presented to His Royal Highness Prince Charles, the Duke of Rothesay. Well, basically all business has to change. So retailing is not a high street operation anymore. We still do have a high street operation, but folk are travelling from all over the world, all over the country. Internet has been a huge change. We were one of the first folk to go online trading. So we've got a global business now. In the morning we're usually phoning Japan, Korea, Australia, and at evening we're hitting USA, or later night we're hitting California. It's a global business, and folk are loving buying Highland wear. They like to buy it from somebody they know what they're talking about. It's a once in a lifetime purchase, and we've been here in business over 100 years, got a very high reputation. We've got the largest and the best collection of Highland wear and quality Highland wear in Scotland. We've diversified and designing tartans and selling more Highland wear, but we've got a pedigree in textiles and designing, tailoring, manufacturing.
I enjoy looking after the customers, seeing them from the start of the process to the end result. They come in, we explain the full range to them, make suggestions on the colour, theme and where they're getting married. We see them coming in with all the best men and the ushers. And then the best part is when they've come back after the wedding and we ask have you had a good time? And they've all had a great time. Folk wear our outfits because they look really good.
It's attention to detail.
Yeah.
It's perfect. We go the extra mile and we always make sure everything's just perfection. Sort of American national tartan we designed, and it was presented to the President of the United States and got a nice letter from the White House. This is a piece of tartan that went to the moon in Apollo 12 with Alan Bean. He actually took the piece up to the moon and walked on the moon. He sent the piece of tartan to the Tartan Authority as I was Vice Chairman at the time, and I did something special for the authority. So they gave me a cutting of the tartan. So this has actually been to the moon. So this is in cold store, and hopefully when there's a National Tartan Centre, it will take pride in place. In 1961, the Skinner's Trade Directory stated that there were 82 tartan weavers in the United Kingdom, 52 in England, 30 in Scotland. Today there's 3 in England and 3 in Scotland. So we've got to protect tartan the same way that Harry Street Boys by an Act of Parliament.
When I was clearing out the shop one day, I found this massive old book and there was nothing in it. So we decided to put all
to fill it.
Sort of memories and letters from
Customers.
And
so you can carry on the tradition.
Excellent.
Over to you, young man.
Excellent.